The Frank Haith Show. Brought to you by Pepsi, Don Thornton Cadillac, TTCU, the credit union, River Spirit, and St. Francis Health System. And now your host, Bruce Howard.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Frank Haith Show. I'm Bruce Howard, joined by the head coach of the Golden Hurricane, Frank Haith. And Coach, you're on a 6-game winning streak. You won a game this past week, and the last thing you wanted was to have a game COVIDed out. But that happens. That's the life we live right now. But it was a good week to win that game on the road, wasn't it?
It was, and I think that's one of the things you talk about with your team is being ready to adjust to whatever happens. And, but we went down to South Florida. I thought we played really well. Led the whole game, which is hard to do on the road. And beating a South Florida team who I think is very tough. They're physical, they rebound, they got great size. They got some veteran players in Collins who's really good. So it was a great win for us.
Absolutely. And then the game at home against UCF was postponed. Hopefully that will be made up at a future date. But we have the highlights of USF coming up next on the Frank Haith Show.
We are the American.
What is true blue? It's true loyalty, supporting others with unwavering commitment. It's true innovation, thinking creatively and strategically to make a difference. It's true strength, taking risks and standing up for what's right. True Blue is a 125-year legacy. Find the true you at the University of Tulsa.
We're back on the Frank Haith Show. The Golden Hurricane going to Tampa to take on USF. And Frank, here's another team that's rated ahead of you in the preseason poll. It's the number 5 USF team, and really good team. And you're really concerned about it as you go down there.
Yeah, I want to make sure when I say that, I'm not saying it to throw shade at the coaches or whoever picked it. I say it to just alert people we're playing a really good team.
Yeah.
And I really mean that. So we were playing a really good South Florida team who I have a lot of respect for. And very talented, and they're playing well. They went down to the wire at Memphis, should have beat them. Then they beat Central Florida at home, really looked good. So we knew it was going to be a challenging game.
Yeah, they won at Cincinnati. So I mean, they're a team that there's no question about it, especially in their gym. It was going to be a difficult game. The Golden Hurricane taking on the Bulls of South Florida in Tampa. And again, you throw some early punches, Coach. I think that's so important on the road, isn't it?
It is, and we really came out. We were ready to play. We were on our game. There you see Brandon going to create his own shot there with some poise, and we're in good space. Right there, good sharing of the ball with Eli, and obviously Austin's shooting the ball really well right now. We're in our gaps, right? You got a gap strip right there, and Eli comes up with a steal.
Good defense for the Golden Hurricane the entire game, and again, you get a little paint touch and you get a three-pointer wide open.
It's so key, Bruce, and again, there's another paint touch. And now we get a movement without the ball with Darian and Ray, and I've said this several times, he's a really good passer.
And there you got good defense again.
Again, Austin Ray, we wanted to deny that high post catch to Collins, and Austin did a great job, and then he puts his body on the line for a loose ball. Good quick drive, and we've seen a bunch of these pocket passes of late off the baseline, and nice finish by Ray.
Curtis Haywood with a very good assist for the Golden Hurricane, and you can see the lead is 5, and now the lead back up to 8.
Nice rhythm, Jay, by Elijah, and again, we got good spacing, and Elijah raised up and knocks down some shots.
Yeah, he makes those big shots in the first half, and remember at this point, Brandon Rachel is with foul trouble.
Yeah, he's got 2 fouls, and we got to get better at that play right there. We can't let a guy just get an and one. We've given up too many and ones this year.
So down the backstretch here of the first half, you see the 2020 game as they had rallied from an early deficit and had tied it, but then you get one inside to Ray Idowu again.
Yeah, good hands by Ray catching that ball and patience to finish. Again, look at Eli playing in space. Get that double gap there coming off that ball screen. And that's good spacing, and that's good offense.
He would have 11 points in the first half, and this one would give you a 4-point lead.
Again, the defensive gap strip right there, being in the gaps and not letting people rip drive you, it's good defense, and then obviously great finish.
And so your halftime score was 26-24, as the Hurricane using their defense to fuel a little bit of offense, and you see that obviously you've done a great job of holding USF down on their own gym at 30%.
Yeah, we're defensively doing fine. And you would think, our offensive numbers are not bad. We just didn't have a lot of possessions there, and but we're in a good place right now.
Yeah, in a situation where, yes, you would knock them down to 30%, but there they are only 2 points behind. Obviously, their rebounding power is something that had helped them out quite a bit. But here early in the second half, again, you guys throw the first punches.
Yeah, again, Austin being patient and shooting a mid-range J. Good again, a little ball screen action, and Austin gets open for a 3. And now we're starting to get a little bit of separation.
Brandon Rachel, who had the 2 fouls early in the game, has a chance to get things going here in the second half.
Yeah,
really
nice
ball
offensive
control.
rebound there by Manny, and good pass.
And the Golden Hurricane getting a 9-point lead, and then defense again.
Deflection by Austin. There's another deflection by Brandon. Good pass by Austin. Good finish in transition. And there you go. We go up 11.
And so the Golden Hurricane up by double digits. Here's another look at it. Again, quick hands in the lanes.
The other thing about our defense, Bruce, is we got good length. I mean, we're not really tall, but we got good length with our arms and can deflect some of those passing lanes.
And you can just tell that the team is starting to really understand each other, aren't they, at this point?
They are. Getting more and more connected on both ends. There's a guy running through a nice defensive play right there, and good follow tip in there by Brandon.
So the Golden Hurricane increasing their lead. And again, you see on the dribble handoff, you know that's coming. You can kind of get in there and make the play. And again, the tap in by Brandon Rachel, and Tulsa's up by 13 at that point. Now the lead is back down to 11.
Good naked ball screen play there, out of bounds play. We executed really well with out of bounds stuff this game. Nice movement right here. Good back cut, good layup.
And so the Golden Hurricane continuing to up their lead back to the double digits. Every time they made a little bit of a run, you guys responded.
Darren in there fighting for that loose rebound, comes up with it. Don't force it. Let's get the ball moving. Patience. Nice step through play by Ray.
So Idowu able to come up with the bucket for the Golden Hurricane. And now with the lead at 8, put it back to 11.
Nice shot by Brandon. Just good execution here in out of bounds play. Good finish by Darren.
So the Hurricane continuing to keep South Florida at bay. South Florida doesn't give up though. They keep chipping into the lead, but your team had an answer every time.
Yeah, and Ray struggled a little bit there in terms of the low post stuff, and there was a good play there. And then good execution again out some of our out of bounds stuff and against pressure. Nice pass by Elijah. Obviously good finish by B.
Elijah looked like a quarterback there, didn't he, on that play, huh?
Yeah, just right on the money. And we do a little action there to create once people are pressuring us like that, and got behind the defense.
Little windmill for Brandon Rachel, helping cap this one off as the Golden Hurricane up by 14 at that point after they cut it down to 10. Another dunk. And again, you're able to break their pressure.
Yeah, nice sideline, middle back, pressure, with spacing against pressure, and and we made the right pass, and obviously Darren was able to finish it.
Well, you look at the shooting, you go on the road, shoot 42%, hold them to 36 or maybe even a little lower than that, as obviously you continue to guard the perimeter. They only had 19% from three-point range, and they were the #1 three-point shooting team coming in to the game in the league.
Yeah, and that's something, that number has been a little bit high for us in what we feel like. And so we made an emphasis of that, and obviously you talk about they had three Currys, and Yetna, and so Brown. We want to make sure we got to Castellato, those three Currys, and do a good job on those guys.
Absolutely, and when you say Curry, you mean guys that play like Steph Curry, right?
Yeah, guys that are lethal three-point shooters, and then that's how we do our scouting in terms of Curry, Waze, and Rondo.
Got a lot of my family that like Curry, but they like the food Curry, not necessarily Steph Curry. But at any rate, you identify players based on these great NBA players, right?
Absolutely. So they had three Currys. We want to take those guys out.
There you go. We'll be back with more after this time out of Tulsa on a 6-game winning streak.
Some people deliver packages, others deliver dinner. At Williams, we deliver natural gas that's safe, clean, and affordable, and have for over 100 years. That's how we fuel the clean energy future. Williams, we make clean energy happen.
Tender Mac is back at Slim Chickens. We start with a 3-cheese blend of Parmesan, Colby, and cheddar to make our legendary Mac. Then we top it off with our famous tenders and secret ingredients. Try our Tender Mac Bowl meal or our Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a regular drink. Whether you're driving through, ordering online, or using our curbside service, Slim's has Southern comfort food covered. Download the Slim Chickens app and order online.
We are the American.
Some people deliver packages, others deliver dinner. At Williams, we deliver natural gas that's safe, clean, and affordable, and have for over 100 years. That's how we fuel the clean energy future. Williams, we make clean energy happen.
A winter storm of cash is coming your way during River Spirit's Snow Me the Money giveaway. The winnings are piling up, and you could be chilling in a blizzard of big bucks, a cool $25,000 each week. Play and earn entries daily for your chance at one of 5 cash drawings in January. $25K every Saturday at 11 p.m. Winning is so much fun, so get ready for a blast of cash during our Snow Me the Money giveaway, only at River Spirit Casino Resort.
We're back on the Frank Haith Show, and we have a special feature about Austin Ritchie, a JUCO transfer for you, Coach, and he's getting better and better, and you could tell just by watching the film of the game of USF how good he is getting.
Yeah, he's a 4.24, so he started out in Northern Illinois, then he goes junior college, now he's back D1. It takes those guys a little bit of time, and because he's older, he's got great presence, but just finding out your niche, just like we talked about Brandon last year, finding out your niche within the team and what your role is. And you see him starting to get really, really comfortable understanding his role and embracing what that role is. So, obviously he's a great shooter, but we really want Austin to do other things, and he's starting to do some of those other things we talk about.
Yeah, and one of those things is when they run you off that three-point line, because they know you're a good three-point shooter, you've told Austin, hey, you might have to come inside the line and hit a 17, 18-footer, right?
Yeah, and he's such a great free throw shooter. There are times we're working on his finish ability at the rim where he gets fouled. I mean, when you're that good a free throw shooter, you got to utilize all your gifts. All
right, here's a closer look at Austin Ritchie.
Austin Ritchie, Jr., Chicago, Illinois. Some of the strengths I bring to the team is, I would say, shooting, playing hard, and just being an encouraging guy on the floor. The one thing Tulsa fans don't know about me is, not yet, but I'm a pretty fun guy. I like to have a lot of fun with my guys off the court, and on the court, obviously, I love when we win, so it's been a lot of fun. Out of high school, I only had one Division II. I signed to play Division II basketball. Out of high school, I had no Division I offers. So when I think about that and I look back on my journey, I really take those things and keep those things in mind when I'm playing, and I kind of play with a chip on my shoulder. And I've always kind of been the underdog guy. So I take pride in those things every time I step foot on the floor. And God's blessed me, and I wouldn't trade my journey for anything. And I'm just grateful to be in this position. I chose the University of Tulsa because it's a brotherhood, it's a winning program, and it embodies everything that I value when it comes to being a basketball player on and off the court. Baseball was actually my first love. It was my first love. I had a lot of baseball memories. I played both sports, both baseball and basketball, all the way up until my junior year in high school. Then I went straight basketball, but I still have all the love in the world for baseball. And that was actually what I started with. That was my first love. I watch a lot of film on guys. Like Klay Thompson, Devin Booker, guys like that. Kind of my size shooter, but obviously trying to take some of the things from those guys' games and then obviously use it into what Austin Ritchie is and who Austin Ritchie has become as a player.
We are the American.
What is true blue? It's true loyalty, supporting others with unwavering commitment. It's true innovation, thinking creatively and strategically to make a difference. It's true strength, taking risks and standing up for what's right. True Blue is a 125-year legacy. Find the true you at the University of Tulsa.
Welcome back to the Frank Haith Show on the Don Thornton Auto Group feature segment today. Well, the University of Tulsa has won a game against number 3. That's the highest ranked win for TU in their basketball history. That came in the 70s against Louisville. The second highest against number 5. That came just a couple of weeks ago as TU took down Houston. Tulsa also won a game against number 5 back in 1996. Here's a look back at Tulsa's historic win back in the 90s. The Golden Hurricanes started the 1996-97 season in the preseason NIT with a daunting task at number 5 UCLA at historic Pauley Pavilion. The Hurricane had upset the Bruins a year and a half prior in the 1994 NCAA tournament in Oklahoma City. The expectation was UCLA would be ready.
You know, even though we beat UCLA a few years prior to, this was a little different because, you know, it was the first game of the season. It was at their home court, and they were ranked. They had just won a national championship probably a year or two before, and you know, they were expected to win that game.
We went out there very confident and an experienced basketball team, Shea Seals, and you know, he led our team in what we had to do. We took some big young kids, Michael Ruffin, Zach Bennett. Those guys performed well, Ray Poindexter, you know, and we all kind of came together.
Of course, for us, most of us being Oklahoma boys, it was a huge game because you hear about UCLA growing up, and the opportunity to beat them on their own floor was huge.
In the first half, neither team had more than a 6-point lead. Shea Seals drives and dished it off to Rafael Maldonado, and TU was down 13-9 in the early going. Here, Jamie Gillen misses, but Zach Bennett is there with the follow tip, and TU had an 18-16 lead, and Coach Robinson happy with the offensive board. This was Eric Coley's first ever game, and he played unafraid, knocking in the bank shot to cut into UCLA's lead, TU down by 1. Gillen was a role player, but he knocked down this three-pointer that pares the UCLA lead down to 33-31 near the end of the first half. Moments later, Rod Thompson would tie the game with this baseline runner, and it was 33-33. UCLA would lead 36-33 at half, and TU would trail by as many as 11 early in the second half.
So they were really excited. They were riled up, and all we could do was just kind of rally around that. Just kind of slow down their momentum and regain it. I think that, with the poise that we had, we didn't let it rattle us. Even though they could get ahead by 9 or 10 points, we never felt like we were out of the game.
In the second half, Adrian Crawford misses on a three-pointer, but Seals is there for the putback, and it's a 7-point game as TU starts their comeback. Moments later, Seals pops free for a three, and the Golden Hurricane had made it 50-46 UCLA. A few moments later, Crawford nails a three-pointer, and the Hurricane had gone on a 12-0 run to take a 1-point lead. Later, Eric Coley feeds down low to Michael Ruffin, who finishes, and TU is in the midst of a 10-0 run as they retake control 66-59 with 5.5 minutes to go. Ruffin with this short bank shot to finish off the big TU run. Then good defense by the Hurricane. It results in a fast break, and Johnny Gendron finishes it off for the Hurricane, and TU has a 68-60 lead. Great defense again by TU leads to another break, and with some unselfish play, Seals ends up with an easy dunk, and the Golden Hurricane has an 8-point lead with just over 2 minutes to play. But UCLA scored the final 8 points of regulation to tie it at 70, and the game went into overtime. In overtime, the Hurricane harasses UCLA into a turnover, and the pitch ahead to Seals for the easy one, and TU up by 2. But UCLA tied it, and with 2 seconds left, they fouled Zach Bennett on a putback attempt.
Somebody missed a shot, I got an offensive rebound, got fouled, went to the line.
We didn't want to put too much pressure on him, so we was like, you got this, and we made him feel confident and comfortable about it.
Missed the first one, because that was pretty much par for my career, about 50% from the line. Remember being extremely nervous to step up and shoot the second one.
I know the pressure probably mounted even more on that second one, but he kept his poise, stepped up there with confidence. And
here's the second free throw. On the way, good! He hit the second one, and with 2 seconds left, UCLA will have possession.
A few days later, and talking to family and friends, and everybody telling me how big my eyes were and how nervous I looked, and I absolutely was. I was, I'm surprised I hit the rim at all. It slithered in. I'll take it though.
And the thing I remember most about the game is Zach Bennett hitting the free throws at the end of the game to help seal the victory for us.
So TU won the game 77-76 and advanced. 2 days later in Tulsa, the Hurricane hammered Oklahoma State, beating the Cowboys by 18 to advance to New York City and the semifinals of the NIT, where they lost to Duke. But the win over UCLA was special for a lot of reasons.
For us, we had developed our championship culture and our pride, and we went out to LA and competed and won. I think our victory in Oklahoma was saying, well, you can beat UCLA on your turf, but can you beat them in LA? And it was even more special because we had a chance to go to LA and beat them on their home floor.
Tulsa wins. Final score, TU 77, UCLA 76.
A winter storm of cash is coming your way during River Spirit's Snow Me the Money giveaway. The winnings are piling up, and you could be chilling in a blizzard of big bucks. A cool $25,000 each week. Play and earn entries daily for your chance at one of 5 cash drawings in January. $25K every Saturday at 11 p.m. Winning is so much fun. So get ready for a blast of cash during our Snow Me the Money giveaway. Only at River Spirit Casino Resort.
Some people deliver packages, others deliver dinner. At Williams, we deliver natural gas that's safe, clean, and affordable, and have for over 100 years. That's how we fuel the clean energy future. Williams, we make clean energy happen.
Tender Mac is back at Slim Chickens. We start with a 3-cheese blend of Parmesan, Colby, and cheddar to make our legendary Mac. And we top it off with our famous tenders and secret ingredients. Try our Tender Mac Bowl meal or our Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a regular drink. Whether you're driving through, ordering online, or using our curbside service, Slim's has Southern comfort food covered. Download the Slim Chickens app and order online.
Some people deliver packages, others deliver dinner. At Williams, we deliver natural gas that's safe, clean, and affordable, and have for over 100 years. That's how we fuel the clean energy future. Williams, we make clean energy happen.
What is true blue? It's true loyalty, supporting others with unwavering commitment. It's true innovation, thinking creatively and strategically to make a difference. It's true strength, taking risks and standing up for what's right. True Blue is a 125-year legacy. Find the true you at the University of Tulsa.
We're back on the Frank Haith Show, and as you look at the standings, Coach, really nice. You're at 4-1. Houston's 5-1. This Wichita team that you'll play on Wednesday is 3-1. Similar records, and obviously they got you in Tulsa. Now you got to go up there and get one, right?
Yeah, Isaac Brown has done a great job there. So they're off to a great start. You know, in terms of what they're doing in league play, and I think he got those guys playing extremely hard. They're talented. You know, going to be a tremendous challenge for us, and they got fans at their game, so it's going to be a tremendous challenge for us on Wednesday.
So that's a big one coming up on Wednesday. On Sunday, Tulsa plays host to Memphis, and it's all part of our coaches versus racism, and I know this is an important issue, obviously, for you.
It is. Our league, as coaches, got together, and we wanted to do something, and it's kind of a spinoff of Coaches versus Cancer, and Coaches versus Racism to continue to draw attention to some of the things that we've been dealing with, social justice stuff this summer.
And of course, MLK Day will be a day later, so it's good timing, isn't it, Coach?
It is, and I think, you know, we want to get that point out there to continue to draw attention to some of the things we've been dealing with.
Absolutely. So we will look forward to going through 2 ball games this coming week, and the Hurricane on a roll, and let's hope we'll be talking about a couple of victories next week on the Frank Haith Show. We'll talk to you next week.
The Frank Haith Show, brought to you by Pepsi, Don Thornton Cadillac, TTCU, the credit union, River Spirit, and St. Francis Health System. The Frank Haith Show has been a presentation of Golden Hurricane Sports Properties and a Kane Vision production.